In this video, I am showing you how we'll use the infinite scroll element and create a infinite scroll pagination on the side. First, we shall activate the infinite scroll element. Now I am creating a demo page. Adding a section first. Okay. Now going to the tree panel and selecting the top section. I shall set up the repeater provider, enabling the provider, set up the query type, selecting the query builder. Under the post type, you can select any post type. I am using the products post type. Okay. Now setting the post purpose is 8. Order by title. Okay, my provider is set up properly. Now I shall set up the consumer. So I am selecting the column. I shall add the 4 columns. So it should be 3, sorry. Now under the advanced tab, I shall enable the consumer. So you can see the 4 columns, 2 row. Here I shall add the product image. So I am using the image element. Next, I shall set up the dynamic field featured image. Here product image is coming. I shall add a gap, so add the margin bottom in the column 30 px, because left and right pairing is 15-15, so it is 30. Now adding the product title. Okay, I shall use the heading element, heading element, and set up the dynamic data. Here is dynamic data post title. Okay, showing the product title, center alignment, remove the top margins. I am adjusting the font size first. Okay, next remove the top margin 5 px or 8 px, 8 px. Add the price You can add any element. I am just giving a simple demo, so adding just price and later add the add to cart button. Okay, my setup is done, query builder is done. Now I shall add the infinite scroll. Look at, I am changing the label provider consumer. Now I shall put my infinite scroll element under the provider wrapper. Okay, I put in the provider wrapper. Here is the infinite scroll is showing. Here is the settings. Default repeaters provider selector is this, but you can change it with your custom provider selector name like class name or ID. I am using the column, so by default it is showing the JB columns. You can use the container or any other element, so same that way you will change the consumer selector options. Now I am saving the page and check the content. Okay, this thing scrolling down and you can see that pagination is working, infinite scroll pagination is working. Okay, it is completed. You can change the infinite scroll and use the load more button. By default is default. I am using the load more button. Here it is showing. So when you click on the load more button, the pagination will work. This is the inbuilt button and select the icon also, but you can also use the custom load more button, which I will show in next video. First I am using the inbuilt one. Here you can change the spinner. Okay, next you can change the color also. I am going to default settings. You can also hide it for the builder editor. Just for settings and preview I added these options. Now I am going refreshing the page and scrolling. Here you can see the load more button. Clicking on this load more button, you can see that next pagination is loading. Now I shall show you how we'll add the extra support. Here I have isotope and masonry. I am show you the masonry options. Selecting the masonry. Okay. Here you can adjust the animation and transition duration. Okay. I shall make a zigzag layout so you can understand the original masonry layout settings. So here I am reducing the padding and margin. Next I shall wrap this content with a container and add extra padding and margin so there can break to second line and some zigzag layout is created. So here I shall adding the container, moving the element like heading, product price and add to cart button also. Setting the container style with its 100%. Next adding the padding so it can break the content. 18, 18. So you can see this. I shall add the background. Okay, first centering the line. Next add the background. Here you can't see the masonry live layout here. It will show at front end. Okay. Saving the layout and refreshing the page. You can see the zigzag options here. Now doing this parallel scroll. So this is the masonry layout settings. And this is the default options. You can see the gap. This is for without masonry layout. So this is the difference between masonry and default layout.